morning everyone. It's great to be back with you. I hope you've had a great Easter. We start this week in our travels around the world, not in 30 days but in 80 days now, and we're carrying on in South America. And today I'd like you to read you a story about Brazil and the rainforest. It's a story I've read many times and love because of the creatures that are there, and I hope you will enjoy it today. I have asked the author in an email if I can read you this story because obviously it's copyright, and he wrote a fabulous email back to say please read it to the children and he hopes you all enjoy it. So this is from Paul Geraghty and the book is called The Great Green Forest. At the end of the story, and for your work this week, I hope that you will make me a poster for how we can protect the rainforest. What can we do to make sure that these creatures can live in their habitats and that make sure that the forest is kept as God had created it? This is the story. High up in the great green forest, the sun had begun to rise. Way down in the deep dark shadows, a tree mouse was curling up to sleep. Screech, 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 whoop, whoop. Those are all the creatures of the rainforest. Chirped the frogs. The sounds were screechy and the sounds were sharp. Whoop, whoop, screech, screech. I bet you can make all those sounds as well of the frogs. Have a go. Stop that noise, yelled the treehouse. I'm trying to sleep. But all it heard was the zee, zee, zee of the cicadas somewhere outside. Zee, 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 zee. Then the hum of a hummingbird. Hum over here and hum over there. Stop that noise, yelled the tree mouse. I'm trying to sleep. Can you see the cicada down here? And the beautiful hummingbird? The poor tree mouse is trying to sleep. I love this painting. Look at this. A huge toucan. Then, came the calls from the forest crown. Toucans pierced the curtain of the green with they shouted. Stop that noise, yelled the tree mouse. I'm trying to sleep. But the forest was alive with sounds and songs. Yeah, screech, 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 squawked the macaw. Yeah, screech, screech, squawked another back again. Stop that noise, yelled the tree mouse. I'm trying to sleep. But her voice was drowned out by the monkeys that bickered in the branches above. Dun-whoop, whoop, 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 whooped one. Yak, yak, screeched the others back again. Aren't they great, those pictures, their eyes shouting at each other? Stop that noise, yelled the tree mouse. I'm trying to sleep. And then suddenly the forest fell silent. All she heard was the echo of her own voice. Animals clung to the trees in silence, not daring to move or make a sound. I wonder what's happened. Even the big cats that ruled the forest now cowered in quiet. That's better, thought the tree mouse. Look at these big cats, panthers and jaguars, all quiet. But it wasn't okay. She couldn't sleep. The silence grew worse, and then a noise that suddenly she cried out, please make some noise, I'm trying to sleep. But she waited, then there was a noise, and she heard a distant brum, brum, and then a crack-a-dack-a-dack-a-dack, chung. Then the earth shook her right out of her tree onto the ground. A tree had fallen, and a gaping hole was left in the crown of the great green forest. There should be a tree, and it's gone. Crack-a-dack-a-dack, chung! Another tree came down. An angry sound made the whole ground shudder, and the tree mouse knew that her tree would be the next. She looked up at her home, then she turned to the terrible sound, and guess what that tiny tree mouse is going to do? Shouted at the top of her voice, "Stop that noise!" But that noise didn't stop. Brum, it grew closer. Brum, till the earth thudded. Brum, it grew louder. Brum, till the earth shook. But the tree mouse stood firm. Can you see her at the bottom? Do you recognise what's making the sound? Oh dear. Then something made the driver stop. And when he stopped, he felt the silence. He saw the broken trees. He saw the fallen trees, and he sensed angry eyes watching him. So he sat and he thought, and he stayed there and thought till the sun went down, and then, when it was dark, he went away. And he never came back. Now, way up in the great green forest, the trees are growing again. And deep down in the dark shadows, a little tree mouse curls up, closes her eyes, and she listens to the songs and the sounds of the forest, which tell her that for now she can sleep in peace. The end. There's the blurb on the back. So there it was, The Great Green Forest by Paul Geraghty. What would you do to keep the rainforest safe from being cut down and to look after all those creatures? Maybe you could make me a poster, Save the Rainforest, and we'll have a look at it when we get together on Zoom later next week. Bye everyone!